In this video, we're going to show you how to integrate your Unication G2, 3, 4, or 5 pager with station alert systems from 911 systems. So we've shown you how to program the relay. So the relay and the amplified charger would activate our controllers, which in turn run your bells and your lights and so on and so forth. However, we have a lot of customers that ask, well, how do we get the audio into our speakers and make it reset and all that fun stuff? So that's what we're going to show you here. We're going to open up a code plug file. You can either read this directly from your pager or you can open up a saved file. And then you just need to, and this is for P25. So you would go to your P25 here just to make sure that your subgroups are enabled. And you can see here we do have our subgroups enabled. We have our relays enabled here. So that's good to go. Now you need to go to E7, which is your zone and channel settings. And this over here is in knob position 8 for me, is a P25 alert. And how you set these P25 alerts up, it can be a little convoluted. So I'm going to try to make it as simple as possible without getting too technical. So you do need to make sure that you have this set in the trunking talk group scan mode. You want to make your alias, some type of obvious label so you know that it's an alert, because there's nothing on the screen that really tells you that it's only going to alert for tones over P25. You really have to put that in your description if you want to see that on your screen. So moving down, you want to make sure you have the correct trunk system here, and come down to your binding feature settings. So some of these names can be very confusing, so just kind of go with me on this. Usually your binding features are set to none. In this case, you want to set it to subgroup feature. And once you have it set into the subgroup feature, your reset mode should be set to selective timeout. So the reason I say selective timeout is because it's only going to turn the audio on the talk groups you have set once there's a two-tone activation. And in that case, you have 60 seconds is what we have it set to. So you would hear audio for 60 seconds after an alert. You can set this all the way up to, I believe, 999 seconds. I had this set to 320 seconds at one point, and that was really nice because you could usually hear the units marking up and maybe the first units arriving on the scene. And yes, you can make it, once it detects the alert on your dispatch channel, and you have it in this binding feature setup type of thing, you can monitor other talk groups as well. So it is kind of a nice feature. This delay end function, this just waits like in between your tones. So it'll wait 5 seconds between tones to make sure there's no more tones. Once there's no more tones or voice, then it goes into what you would call the reset mode, which is 60 seconds after the last transmission here. The record delay function, this will record everything up to until the first 5 seconds of silence on any of the channels. Trying to keep this as easy as possible for people that are not real technical. So as you can see here, voice buffering is a good idea to have enabled. And then as you come down to your talk group list, you can see that this is the talk group list that it's listening for tones on, and this is the only talk group it's listening for tones on when it's in selective standby mode for a call. If you scroll down a little further, you'll see that in our revert, our revert talk group list, we wanted to monitor the working fire channels as priority. So now it's monitoring Alpha 3, Alpha 7, Alpha 1, Bravo 3, and Alpha 2, Alpha 1, Bravo 3, and Alpha 2 for our non-priority. So this will make sure that you don't miss something that's happening on the working incident channel when your pager activates. I know this is a lot, and this is fairly new to me too, as far as doing like all these extra settings on the pager to make it reset, but this works great. I can have this setting in my room at night when I'm sleeping, and it'll only go off when my department, or say our fire duty chief, which goes to all high priority calls and structure fires, whenever his tone goes off, this would pop on and then it would stay on for, like I said, I had it set at one point for like 320 seconds, so it would stay on for like 5 minutes, which was nice. I think for most departments, 60 seconds is enough. You can hear the dispatch audio, you get on the rig and you roll out, then it resets and it's ready for the next run. So those are the settings that you really should look at. You know, setting up your talk groups with however you would like to do that, that's up to you. Just make sure that on your talk group list, you just need your dispatch or the channel that your tones come across on, and then down here in the revert talk group list, you know, you can still have your dispatch channel, or you could just put your working incident channel. So if you know that you only have tones for, say, the fire duty chief, or tones that are only going to be for a company that's only put on a working fire channel, then you could just put your working channels in here, and you would just hear the working fire dispatch information. I'm sorry, the working fire ground audio after the dispatch is complete. So just something to think about. Once this is all done, you just press save and hit your program button and send it to your pager, and you're all done. So I know this video was kind of a little bit, I guess, all over the place, but I was trying to make it as simple as possible and, you know, not a 15-minute video. So we did pretty good at only 6.5 minutes. Thanks for watching.